for those people out there that might not remember, you were on the Reds broadcast team in the early days, right? Like a couple of years after he started.
Right. I was doing TV and he arrived, Al Michaels was there before him. And then Marty was hired when Al went to San Francisco. A funny story, which you may have read. Marty's first ever broadcast in the big leagues. He's at spring training, and the Reds at that time trained in Tampa at Al Lopez Field. And Al Lopez was a Hall of Fame catcher who was from Tampa. So Marty came on the air and said, all this hullabaloo all winter long about, you're replacing Al Michaels as a big star, and you're coming from AAA Tidewater. Is there pressure? So he'd answered all these questions. I heard the interview with him afterwards. He was talking about how he was quite nervous. But the first game was on the road, and he handled that one really well. No mistakes at all. Now it's the home opener, and he's already done one game, so he's got the butterflies all worked out. So he's not nervous at all for the opener from Al Lopez Field. And the first thing he said, "Hi, everybody. This is Marty Brennaman from Al Michaels Field in Tampa, Florida." No, but great broadcaster. He's won the Ford Frick Award many years ago. His son, Tom, may win it someday himself. And I'll say this about Marty. He has never shied away from criticizing players. Never. He's one of the most aggressive broadcasters in terms of letting the listener know exactly what he thought a player should have done and where he failed. And I've seen him standing toe-to-toe with guys around the batting cage, and he did not budge when the guy got on him for criticizing him. That was Marty's style, and he never changed it.
I was about to ask, is that what made him such a special guy to the Reds nation and to that fan base?
I think he did. I don't think they had that type of broadcaster before. Joe Nuxhall was not that way at all. But they were a great pair together. And I think that did endear him to Reds fans because, believe it or not, not a compliment, but people would tell me when I was doing TV, well, we turned the sound down and listened to radio. It's an old fashioned area, and people would go out on the back porch in the summertime and they'd have a TV on, but they grew up listening to radio and they wanted to keep listening to radio. So that was a compliment to Marty, but not to me.